Well, people are going to start trickling in, and this program is recorded. So I'm going to get started because we have some intros in the beginning, and then we'll move into the presentation. So without further ado, I just want to say good evening to everyone that's joining us tonight. Thank you all for taking the time to join us for this webinar, International Travel in a Changing World, Tips for Americans Traveling Abroad. My name is Xiaoyan Zhao. I'm the president of the World Affairs Council of Kentucky and Southern Indiana. Our mission for the organization is to cultivate an informed public capable of engaging in respectful dialogue and critical thinking on global issues. By fostering a deeper understanding of international affairs and how it affects our community, we contribute to national security, economic prosperity, and global stability. If you'd like to learn more about the World Affairs Council, please visit our organization, worldkentucky.org. So I recently went to the post office to get a passport renewed, and the lines were incredibly long for walk-ins because appointments are booked weeks out, right? And you probably had similar experiences. We all know that summer is generally the peak of travel, but with so many changes in the political climate, as well as new laws, many people have questions about taking a trip abroad. And so this webinar seeks to really decode some of the latest shifts in international relations, and help us to understand how they affect visa policies and maybe travel regulations, which will directly impact your journey abroad. So we are fortunate today to have a very seasoned tour specialist to help us break down some of the major areas that you should be thinking about so you can be better prepared as you plan out your international travels. Shoshana Altrichter is the founder and CEO of Winding Way Travel. She brings over 20 years of experience in the travel industry, specializing in educational travel programs that enhance an organization's impact and financial success. Previously, Shoshana managed the National Travel Program for the World Affairs Council of Philadelphia. And having traveled to 6 continents and over 40 countries, she has excelled in crafting customized itineraries tailored to diverse travelers and budgets. And we're going to have put a link to her company in the chat just for your information. And so, Shoshana, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So before I turn it over to her, to Shoshana, I just want to do a quick reminder for everybody about our run of show tonight. This webinar is recorded and we're going to make it available on the World Affairs Council YouTube channel. The presentation is going to be about 30 minutes or so. After that, I'm going to share a quick announcement about an upcoming travel opportunity with the World Affairs Council that you don't want to miss. And then we will take some of your questions. Just keep in mind that you can submit questions at any time during this program. Just use the little buttons on the bottom of the screen, and we will collect them and answer as many of those as time allows. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Shoshana.
Great. Thanks so much. So I'm going to go here. Lost it now. I'm going to go ahead here and share my screen. Okay, so we're all here this evening to take a look at international travel in a changing world and what a changing world it is. These are some of the things that we're going to take a look at tonight, including visa policies and travel restrictions, changing trends in air travel, anti-American sentiments, and alternative destinations and new markets. Thank you for that lovely introduction. And just for a little bit more on Winding Way Travel, we arrange group tours, but I also arrange private tours for individuals. That all the tours are customized for your preference. That I work with various group sizes and price points. So at the end of this presentation, after you're thinking, I would, love to talk to you more. And my website and email address will be at the end of the presentation. Okay, so first up, visa policies. If you haven't heard, you're going to need a real ID for flying starting May 7th. So what is a real ID? It's something that you get on your driver's license from the DMV, that you actually get a little star added to your driver's license for flying. Now, even though all airlines are requiring this, if you have a valid passport, a military ID, TSA approved ID, you don't need a real ID, and you can travel with one of those other forms of identification. Just to talk a little bit about the process of what you need for a real ID. It's a pretty secure process that you go through. So first off, you'll need a document that proves and identifies your citizenship, such as a birth certificate, a valid passport, or a certificate of citizenship. You'll also need two documents that prove residency, including your driver's license, vehicle registration card, auto insurance card, utility bill, tax records, or a lease or mortgage agreement. And finally, you'll also need your original Social Security card. So that might be hard for some people to drudge up. And also, the name on your Social Security card must match your proof of identity document. So if your name has changed to a marriage, divorce, or other legal reasons, you might need to provide additional documentation. So you can see it's pretty complex procedure that you have to go through, but it's going to be essential if you don't have, as I said, a valid passport or military ID. That all airlines are going to require it for boarding a domestic flight starting in May. So the next new policy I want to talk about is an ETA required by the UK. And basically, the ETA is a registration required by inbound travelers, so that the UK authorities can screen visitors before arrival in an effort to reduce security threats. Um, oops, sorry. Oops. There we go. Okay. Um, so an ETA, sorry about that. It costs about $13, and you go online through the UK website. I recently did this myself. You go online through the website, you pay $13, and you get an email to your email address within about like 5 to 10 minutes. The ETA is valid for multiple entries, and it's good through a 2-year period. And finally, the last item, ETIA. So what is an ETIA? This is a new visa that's going to be required for visiting the European Union. It stands for European Union's European Traveler Information and Authorization System. And so this is a system that the Europeans launching, and it's been pushed back many times. It was originally supposed to start this year, and just a few weeks ago, they announced that it's pushed to the end of 2026. It will be the same thing, similar to what I mentioned with the UK ETA, that you go online through a website and you fill out the form and you pay the fee. Um, Fee will likely be around the same, around $13, and it will be valid for 3 years. But if during that time your passport expires, you would need to get a new ETA with your new passport number. I think someone had a question. I saw, what is a TSA approved ID? That's a very good question. And TSA approved ID, I think it would be actually if you were, a TSA agent that you worked for the government, some type of official ID that way. So next, I want to touch on airline safety. It's been in the news a lot lately, and there's also a lot of changes happening to the airline industry. I feel like it's almost daily you get some kind of update about this airline changing a policy or something like that. So, first, I want to talk about airline safety. According to a recent article by Arnold Burnett, he's a professor of statistics at MIT. He stated that flying today is extraordinarily safe. The death risk per passenger boarding is now about 1 in 100 million. So you can relate that to if you see, for example, a little kid at the airport, he or she is 5 times as likely to grow up to be president of the United States as to perish in a forthcoming flight. Every day, 12 million people board flights somewhere in the world. On the overwhelming number of days, not a single traveler is injured or killed. And in fact, even as the number of global flights have increased, the safety statistics have only gotten better. So what exactly is going on? And according to Barnett, he says, in a word, it's a coincidence. We have a spasm of events since about Christmas, and these types of spasms are an unfortunate occurrence from time to time. However, passengers can be rest assured that they are the exception in the global air travel system, not the rule. And this chart that you can see here, that according to the NTSB data, there have been 115 aviation accidents and incidents so far this year. But during the same period in 2024, the NTSB recorded 187 aviation accidents and incidents globally. So there's been, unnerving events recently, all of which have been highly publicized and of course are very tragic. But if you can compare it to tossing a coin, if you toss a coin repeatedly, you'll generally get alternation between heads and tails. But every now and then, you're bound to get 6 heads in a row or 7 tails in a row. When our events are rare, as plane crashes are, it's statistically normal to have long periods without any events, interspersed with short spasms with several events. So, overall, feeling distressed about the recent accidents really isn't something that should prevent you from taking your next trip. So, next, let's take a look at some of like the new innovations that are coming to travel. We're going to see possibly electric air taxis. Companies like Virgin Atlantic are introducing electric air taxis for short distance transfers, drastically cutting down time between airports and city centers. We're also going to see more sustainable airlines with governments pushing for net zero emission targets. Airlines are shifting towards fuel efficient narrow body aircrafts, enabling more direct flights to more cities. They're also taking a look at more nonstop flights, prioritizing point to point flights rather than hub based connections. And finally, as I mentioned, some new security processing, such as a one stop security system between select US and UK airports by eliminating redundant security checks. So, next, we'll talk about some anti American sentiments abroad. Since Trump took office, the new administration has released a flurry of foreign policy plans that could erode goodwill with allies. And we have unfortunately seen this in the news. International relations experts caution that anti American sentiment could bubble up, straining interactions between American tourists and residents of the places that you visit. However, diplomacy and travel safety experts have not noticed a spike in animosity towards Americans, but it's still early, according to Tyler Hosford, the Regional Security Director for International SOS, a risk assessment firm. According to Hosford, it takes time for these things to really shake out. We could get to the other side of the summer and it might not be the same landscape. So, what can you do to protect yourself while you're traveling abroad? The best advice is to blend in and keep a low profile. Um, Locals can express their displeasure through their body language, such as by avoiding your glance or frowning or walking away. A good rule of thumb is to stay clear of large gatherings or marches. You also might want to try to deflect political conversations and say, I'm here on vacation, I'm detoxing from the news, or just say, I'm a tourist here, not a government representative, so I can't speak on any of my government's policies. Or sometimes, just a nice smile and say, the world is a little chaotic right now, and I'm delighted to be here on vacation. One of the tools that I wanted to mention to you all is checking with the US Embassy. They have a lot of resources and information on traveling as well as protocols for the country. And they offer a great program called the STEP program. That stands for Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. And it's really easy to do when you go on the government website, you sign up for STEP. You can either, sign it up for a whole year if you want to get notifications for a year, or you can enter your specific trip dates and just get notifications for while you're traveling. Next, we're going to move to tariffs. It's tariffs will likely have multiple rounds of impacts on travel. Uh, it's it's looking like there would be less border crossing travel and less demand for hotel room nights. Large trade shows could be affected if businesses decide to prioritize exhibiting in other countries, and a trade war could affect the supply chain and cause longer term impacts on the travel industry. Fares could rise because of lost revenue airlines earn from selling empty cargo space to shippers. But the good side of tariffs is that it could also strengthen the US dollar. And there's a lot of places right now that you could visit that the US dollar is very strong. Finally, I'm going to touch on over tourism. And there's over 39 destinations worldwide that are cracking down on over tourism. This could be anything from tourist taxes to caps on visitors. And you're likely to see this in cities such as Rome, Venice, and Machu Picchu. This can be something such as restricting the amount of tourists that can be at a place at one time. Some of the cities are charging higher fees for hotel rates, for room taxes for travelers. And such as Venice, you have to even pay a day pass fee when you're there during the prime season. Okay. Something that also is very important is staying healthy while abroad. So definitely, as I've been touching on, planning before you go is really important. You can go, as I mentioned, to the U.S. Embassy site and check if there's any vaccines that are needed for a country, or any medication you might need for a destination. You might have seen a lot of people are wearing face masks still, and that's a good rule of thumb to do so in high traffic areas like TSA checkpoints. You can also be helpful in when you're boarding and deplaning. It's also very good to have hand sanitizer on you. Yes, one of the main ways we can get sick is by touching dirty surfaces and then touching our nose or mouth. So obviously you want to try to have hand sanitizer. Wash your hands regularly when you can, use the bathroom. And another good item to pack is disinfection wipes, and that you can clean off surfaces like your armrest or your tray table, or even wipe down your seat before you board. Another suggestion is nasal sprays. Uh, Trina Johnson, an medicine physician at Ohio State University, travels with a go bag of first aid basics, such as Benadryl and bandages. For allergies and congestion, what she said is a common issue for people after flights. She brings a saline rinse. She also brings medicine like Flonase to reduce nasal inflammation. So, sleep essentials. You know, it's never easy to sleep on the plane when we're all crammed into those little seats. But you can improve your travel sleep by packing items such as a light blocking eye mask, noise canceling headphones that you might listen to white noise, and when you're in your hotel room, you might want to pack with you light blocking stickers that you can put over things, like an alarm clock you don't want to look at, or any other blinking lights that might be in your room. Once you arrive in your destination, it's really important to try to stay awake as much as possible. So that way you can be prepared and get a full night's sleep that evening and be ready to go the next day. I also want to stress the importance of travel insurance. This is something that I always recommend to all my clients because you never know what's going to happen while you travel abroad. It provides financial protection against unexpected events like medical emergencies, trip cancellations, lost luggage, or other travel disruptions. And there's been so many times people have been in unexpected situations, and that's where travel insurance really helps. Okay, some additional strategies to make your flight hassle-free. Look to fly in the morning. Flight disruptions often have a domino effect, so taking the earliest flight of the day gives you a better chance of dodging delays and cancellations. Avoid major holidays if you can. I know that's not so easy all the time, but more travelers means more opportunities for disruptions. And if your schedule allows, travels on the days before or after a peak holiday rush. Also, a rule of thumb is to opt for larger airports. Smaller airports may struggle to handle major weather events or large scale disruptions, whereas larger hubs are better equipped to manage situations and easier handle rebooking. I always think it's good to try to pack light. That way, you don't have travel disruptions with delays of bag or mishandling of luggage. And it's definitely important to always have your carry on with you. And in your carry on, it's good to have copies of any important documentation, medication, a change of clothing, and a charger or a power bank. So, I outlined here just a few alternative destinations if you're looking to get away and kind of avoid some of the issues, such as over tourism or overcrowding. Brancino, Italy. Italy remains one of the most desirable destinations for Americans, and you can get to Bracciano easily from Rome in about an hour. Isla Holbox, Mexico, is an alternative to Mexico's resort-heavy Yucatan Peninsula. 26-mile long island north of Cancun does not have traffic because of a car ban or high rises because of building height restrictions, excuse me. The main form of transportation is a bike or golf cart on dirt roads. Fredericksburg, Texas offers swimming holes, wide open spaces, funky towns, and burgeoning wineries. and it's known for its peaches and the National Museum of the Pacific War, plus a slew of mom and pop boutiques and restaurants. Not to miss is the Enchanted Rock State Natural Area, where you could hike to the top of a huge dome of pink granite. And finally, Toledo District, Belize, for a Caribbean escape far from crowds. There was a lot to do, such as exploring waterfalls, caves, and large rainforest reserves, picture perfect white sand beaches, and learning about the mix of people who have made Toledo home, including Maya and East Asian communities. So finally, we take a look at what's to come in travel. So some of the new technology, we might all be hearing about AI. A lot of people are using AI bots to help with their trip planning. It's also making communication a lot easier with real-time translation apps. And also, a lot of resorts are now accepting blockchain powered money for secure travel and are shaping the future of tourism. Smart destinations like Singapore, Dubai, and Tokyo are integrating AI, biometric check-ins, and contactless less experiences. So convocations, I definitely think we'll be seeing more of this. This is a holiday purely focused on creating a sense of tranquility. One company, such as Unplugged, offers tech-free cabins in the UK and Europe with a mission to help the always-on switch off. Brand new retreat in Helsinki comprises of a series of architect designs off-grid cabins that allow you to reconnect with nature. I talked a little bit before on advances on airplanes, and the airport experiences are also supposed to get better. JetBlue is elevating travel comfort by opening its first ever airport lounges, and Delta and Frontier Airlines are investing in passenger comfort with completely redesigned cabin interiors. In fact, Southwest Airline recently changed their policy to eliminate their free bag when they fly. And Frontier is looking to jeopardize this market. And I recently got an email that if you travel with Frontier through the end of the summer, you can get a free bag on their flights. The last thing is sustainable travel. This is definitely one of the big buzzwords in travel. Travelers are increasingly seeking eco-friendly options, and we'll continue to see more of this from destinations, airlines, and accommodations offering sustainable practices. You can expect more eco-luxury resorts, carbon neutral flights, and conservation-focused travel experiences. So overall, I just want to summarize by saying this, that travel actually has never been more exciting, but the key is preparation. When you travel, you want to embrace opportunities for learning, adventure, and growth. And I'm certainly happy to do whatever I can to help you with planning your journey. Um, I'm going to stop my share and turn it over to Zhao Yin to share her exciting news on an upcoming travel opportunity.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Shoshana. That was super helpful. I don't need to jot down since we're recording this and people can take a look at it afterwards. There were some very interesting tips and destinations that you had. So thanks for giving us those tips. And I hope it gives all of us some things to think about. While I talk about the next, our travel opportunity, if any of you have any questions, please go ahead and put them in, submit them. We see a couple and we'll get to them as soon as I am done, which should not take very long. So I want to take this opportunity to share a trip that the World Affairs Council has put together as part of our Sister Cities program. As some of you may know, we manage the Sister Cities program for City of Louisville. And this fall, from September 17th to the 27th, we will be taking a small group of probably less than 15 people to Ghana, Africa. The trip is called Ghana Unlocked: Tradition, Trade, and Transformation. This journey to Ghana, which has been dubbed the Gateway to Africa, will cover three main cities: Tamale, which is Louisville's sister city, a relationship that spans 45 years; Accra, the capital of Ghana; and Kumasi, which is the cultural heart of the Ashanti Kingdom. The trip has been organized by our Sister Cities Committee Chair, who is a Louisville resident and holds the title of the Office of Zozimlina of Dagbon. And this trip, because of her connections, offers exclusive access to both spaces and conversations that even the most seasoned global traveler rarely get to experience. It's a 12-day trip, and you're going to experience a lot of leadership, diplomacy, and global investment insights. So we're just taking reservations now. It's up on our website, and you can find out more at World Kentucky. But we will also send over the information after the conclusion of our webinar. So now we'll take some of the questions. I know that we had one question that was already answered, but we had, I guess, one question from Faraz about a foreign birth certificate and card. So he's a resident of Kentucky and wanted to know if he's able to get a real ID. Do you know, have an answer to that question, Shoshana?
Yeah, for us, I believe that you should be able to. Yeah, you just come with your foreign birth certificate, your social security card, and along with other, like a bill or your lease or your mortgage statement, just to prove your residency as well.
Right. Well, it looks like, I mean, you must have done an excellent job with your presentation, because I think it answered everybody else's question. I'm sure travel is one of these things that's made up so many details. Even as you were doing the presentation, you kind of went down some list of things that just didn't think about, and it just thought, well, if I had known that when I traveled last time, it would have been great this time. So anytime we have that, it's something to think about. So certainly, I've dropped the link for Shoshana's uh,
Yeah.
windingwaytravel.com in the chat. If you want to find more about her organization, her company, or you're thinking about organizing a group travel, definitely reach out to her. And I just want to remind everybody, our organization, the World Affairs Council, is a member supported, although not a member exclusive organization. We convene both in-person and virtual events that are open to the public, and membership offers complimentary attendance and other opportunities and benefits. So you can find out more about membership on our website, and I hope you'll consider supporting us by joining us as a member. So with that, I want to thank you, Shoshana, and for everybody else for joining us tonight. And I want to wish you all a very good evening. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Good evening. Thank you,
Good evening.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.